I am here to tell you that if you want to change your life and you are struggling to make that change, and you keep asking all your friends and family, all your God loving friends and family, what you should do, how you're going to do this thing, whether you should do this or that. You keep asking them for their advice, and the only thing that you keep getting back over and over and over again, ad nauseum, is you need to pray more. I'm here to tell you, you probably don't. You probably don't need to pray more because it's probably not God. It's probably your faulty mental structures. And see, these poor mental structures are things that we've learned that we can easily, well, not easily, but things that we can unlearn as well. A lot of these faulty mental structures look and sound like limiting beliefs, right? I want to go and do this thing, but I don't have the right degree. I don't have the right certification. I want to be a dancer, but I have a larger body. These are limiting beliefs. These are beliefs that we've concocted about ourselves that just aren't true, but they keep us staying in one lane and not deviating to another, right? Another way your faulty mental structure shows up is as self identifiers, the ways we identify or the ways we connect and group ourselves in order to keep ourselves safe, right? I'm an introvert. I can't be outside. I'm a homebody. Are you really a homebody? Are you really an introvert, or are you afraid of what people think about you? Are you afraid of how they feel you look in that outfit? Are you afraid they have an opinion about the way that you speak? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that introversion isn't real. It is very real, okay? Constant engagement, it drains me. It drains me. What I am saying is that self-identifier accurate for you? Is it an accurate truth about you? Because some of the ways in which we inaccurately self-identify act as barriers in our life to keep us on one track, to keep us living a small life. A lot of us are inaccurately self-identifying out of fear. When you are at the bowling alley and, sometimes for the children, they put those rails up. They put those rails up so that that ball never goes into the gutter. It just goes straight. That's how some of us are acting within our faulty mental structures, within these limiting beliefs, within these inaccurate self-identifiers. We got the guards up. We ain't gonna hit that gutter. It's gonna guard us from the gutters. But when you operate under these faulty mental structures, you're not only guarding yourself from the gutter, you are guarding yourself from fulfillment, from abundance, from joy, from peace of mind. You are guarding yourself from purpose, from the purpose that God has placed in you to fulfill. You are guarding yourself from God. That is what you're doing when you operate under limiting beliefs, when you don't accurately self-identify. So you have to actively ask yourself, is this really who I am? Or is this the person I've created to keep me safe? Our faulty mental structures, they also house all these stories, all these inner narratives that we're telling ourselves about fear, about faith, about our own self-worth. Even most of our current realities, right, that's happening in real time all around you right now are concocted based off of limiting beliefs that we have learned in our childhood, in traumatic life circumstances that have been projected onto us from friends and family, very well-meaning people, from going to church. And we love these limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs, man, they keep us feeling certain. They keep us feeling certain about ourselves, certain about the world around us. They keep us feeling like we know more than we actually do. But see, a lot of our limiting beliefs aren't real. They just aren't real. But we love them, okay? They feel like home to us. We share our limiting beliefs. We spread them like wildfire across the world to whoever will listen to us talk down about ourselves. We share them, and oftentimes we misconstrue them. You know, like, I'm a Christian, so I shouldn't have to think critically and strategically about this new career path or this course I want to take my life on. I shouldn't have to engage in thought that much because Jesus gonna do it. Jesus, take the wheel, Lord. That's what a lot of us are praying. Like, Jesus, I can't do it. Just take the wheel. God gave you a brain. He gave you the ability to think. He gave you a mind. Use it. I'm not saying I don't believe in prayer. I believe in the power of prayer. Okay. It is a daily practice for me. But I also believe that God gave me the power to think, to move, to believe, to act on his promises that he's placed in my heart. Jesus wants you to think. He wants you to question. He wants you to challenge. He demonstrates that all throughout the Bible, how he is constantly questioning and challenging those limiting beliefs that people are placing on him. He demonstrates his propensity to challenge, his propensity to be strategic all throughout the Bible. He knew exactly what the disciples needed to endure in order to be prepared for what was to become. That is strategic. I believe in the power of prayer. There is no debating that. But I also believe that you have more power than you think, and that power begins in your mind. And I know that it can be exhausting. It's overwhelming to do all of this self-work, to do the work of changing your mind and dissembling these faulty mental structures. I get it, because you'll think that you've done the work one day, and then the next day you're back to chasing certainty again, and you're operating out of faith. One day you're hyping yourself up, you feeling good in yourself, and then the next day, one of your tired old insecurities pops back up and slaps you dead in the face. And now all of a sudden you're struggling with your self-worth again. One day you're excited about all of these limitless possibilities of doing something new. You're stepping out on faith and you're feeling good about what God is doing. And then the next day, the facts, the real life facts of what it's going to take for you to actually be successful in doing this new thing and accomplishing this new thing, them facts are hard to swallow. It's daunting. And that's the thing. That's just how progress works. Like, we have to get out of this thinking that progress is linear. Progress is a series of progressions for momentum and regression. And we can't let those feelings of regression stop us from continuously moving forward. Regression is inevitable. It is inevitable evidence of forward motion. That's all regression is. We can't fall into the trap of feeling like, oh, I made a change this day and then I slid back. Oh man, I'm back at square one. No, that's just what it is. Progression is not linear. But if you keep going down that path, it's going to have a net positive. Don't compare yourself to the day before, the day prior when you were on track. Compare yourself to where you started. I just want you to know that that's just what progress is going to look like. Progress is not linear. It is going to be a series of progressions, forward movement, and regression. And the key is to not let the regression discourage you. Expect it. Expect to regress. You are journeying somewhere new, somewhere you have not been before. Expect to sidestep a bit. When an infant takes their first steps and then they fall down and start back crawling, you don't be like, oh, you failed. Look at you. Man, get up, man. You're a walker now. You need to walk. No, that's not what you do. You encourage them to try again, and you need to learn how to do that with yourself. When you regress, don't start crafting this inner narrative of like, oh, I fell off. Oh, it's going to take so much for me to get back on the wagon again. Oh, you know, I knew I couldn't do. Don't fall into that trap. I'm telling you, it is a trap and it is not real. Don't allow regression to become your personal failure. Allow regression to be exactly what it is. It is an inevitable sign that you are moving forward. Don't compare yourself from the progress of the day before. Compare yourself to the progress of the day from when you started. That's where you're going to see the progress. You are so capable. You are so capable of having the life of your dreams, the life that you desire, the life that brings you fulfillment. And we all just need help on our way to getting there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'll catch y'all on the next one.